going on, everybody? My name is Shawn Daniell. Welcome to another episode of Better Days Reign. Today I have good friend with me, Angie Duncan, returning guest, special guest, the guest. You know. And today we're going to talk about the upcoming Texas Panhandle Overdose Awareness Day event coming on August 23rd of 2025 here in Amarillo, Texas.
First one.
It's the first annual one, which means we'll be doing it every year after this, right? Right. Okay, so Angie, you're overseeing this event.
Oh.
Yeah, step into the spotlight. It's fun. What can we expect at this event?
Hopefully a lot of fun and memorializing people we've lost, and Narcan education, some food, some fun stuff for the kids, some face painting, some live music. Okay. All the things. We're trying to cover all the bases to make this fun and educational.
So this is going to be an open venue. It's going to be at Sam Houston Park, which is on Western and
Line, I believe.
Western and Line. Western and Line Street.
It's across from Sam Houston Middle School.
Across the street from Sam Houston Middle School. It's going to be from 5 to 9 on the 23rd. And so why are we putting this event together this year? Like, what's the motivation behind it?
I just feel like it's a good time for the community to come together and see how overdose affects people and what we can do to prevent it. I used to travel back and forth. That's how I started this organization in the first place. I used to travel back and forth to Denton on Overdose Awareness Day because they had a rally. And I took my big poster of Drew, which was my son that I've lost, and I was just there one year, and I said, why the heck am I traveling all the way to Denton when we need to be doing this here? Which is why I started the organization in the first place. And so here we are. We're finally at this place where, I've been speaking, I've been doing different things, and we have the No Shame pickup spots. But now we are going to get to have an event of our own. So it's taken a lot of time to work up to this, but I'm excited about it.
Tell us a little bit about your organization.
Okay, it's Texas Panhandle Overdose Awareness. We are a harm reduction shindig.
Outfit.
Yeah. We have 12 No Shame pickup spots where people can go in and get Narcan at any time without asking questions. It should be by the door. We have that on our website, a list of those places. We're also on Facebook. We also go around and, if we're requested to, and educate the public on how to use Narcan and overdose response and addiction. So it's just our little neck of the woods where we...
How much Narcan are you putting out there?
A lot.
Is it a lot?
Yeah, a lot. I start to get worried about if we have the supply or not. Eventually, I'd like a grant, but I keep saying that.
Right.
But Bang Bang is our biggest carrier of it, and I'm giving them, cases at a time. So, we're getting it. We get it through a grant, somebody else's grant in Austin.
So do you deliver that to them like monthly or weekly?
They just let me know.
They just let you know.
They let me know, but it's I'd say it's every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks.
Yeah, we're
so
pushing
it's pretty
it
consistent.
out. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, it's very consistent, which is exciting. That means people are either using it or having it on hand. Right. And that for that to continue, if that continues, then those numbers are going down. It's projected to be 100,000 people die in the United States this year of an overdose. Right. And so let's change the narrative. Let's get, more people equipped, more people educated. That number is going to go down. And that's what we're doing in our little corner of the world here in Amarillo. And out, we have some in Plainview, Borger, Claude, and sorry, my brain is and Pampa. Thank you.
So you're covering a good portion of the Panhandle.
I'm trying to, yes.
That's awesome. So one thing about Narcan. So Narcan will help save the life from somebody using opioid abuse or use.
The most common opioid you're going to hear about on the streets or just a regular person is going to be fentanyl. Now, it used to be heroin, and now we're hearing more about fentanyl. And both of them are an issue, but
Right.
I think most people and kids and teenagers are going to hear about fentanyl.
Right.
So that's kind of what we focus on as far as when we talk to people.
Gotcha. So harm reduction. Some people say it's enabling. Some people, we just had this conversation.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on that?
I absolutely do not think it's enabling. I believe that every life is worth saving. Even, one guy that I've talked to, he's been Narcan several times. I mean, a handful of times. I'm not sure the exact number, but now he's doing TED Talks and changing lives, So if somebody needs to be Narcan and brought back 11, 12, 40,000 times, their life was worth saving.
Right.
And so I know that you think it's a little bit enabling, right?
No, well, so
Your opinion.
before I got into recovery, right? As an addict who was a long-term heavy heroin user,
Yeah.
had ins and outs with fentanyl because, of course, fentanyl is laced into everything.
Yeah.
So
That's the scary part.
So a lot of times when I thought I was using heroin, it was laced with some sort of fent, and I would get really sick. But what I noticed just in my circle, right, which was the north side of Dallas, and throughout that community, that heroin community out there, it showed us in the streets that we could push those limits.
Right.
So instead of just kind of medicinally using or socially using, people were getting tore off the bone.
Yeah.
Right? Because the Narcan's there. So we were practicing things like never use alone.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Good one.
So we were doing those things, practicing clean needles, but we were absolutely pushing the limits of how much drugs we could consume.
Right. But look at you now.
Oh yeah. So,
But
so that's what I'm saying. Like that was me as an addict, right? So when I stepped into recovery, I actually went through a peer support program, got a scholarship to get into peer support and get certified in areas of peer support. And the harm reduction into that came up. And so I asked my question about it because I was kind of conflicted with it and I didn't know how to think. But the guy who taught the class, he said it very plainly. And when he said it, I'm like, he's absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? He said, what is more important, a person's sobriety or their life? Just put it out there just like that. Is it sobriety or life? And they're right. Life is more important.
Right.
And the idea behind harm reduction is to take people who are maybe not so willing to step into abstaining from alcohol or substances and keep them alive long enough and get them to a point that they are.
Yeah, and they're able to make
good
better
choices.
decisions.
Yeah, good choices, healthy
so
decisions.
Maybe next time they'll make better decisions. Maybe the 8th time they'll make better decisions, but it was worth it all 8 times to bring them back.
And
somebody loves them, and every overdose is someone's child.
So when I had my fentanyl overdose, I've talked about this briefly on another show. When I had my fentanyl overdose, I was in a room with about 30 people. And we were freebasing it. It was pure fentanyl. It wasn't heroin laced or anything like that. It was pure powder fentanyl. We were freebasing it off of foil. And it came around to me, and we're talking literally specks of sand. And I would say not even a pinch. It was more like the dust between your toes amount. It was that small.
You're telling on yourself.
It was that small, really, But and I took a hit where I coded out immediately after I hit it. And they hit me with 2 Narcan, took 2 Narcan to bring me back. And when I woke up, I was in this super cold sweat, but I was flushed. I was pouring it out, but I was super cold. My body had this weird tingling sensation that the only way I can describe it is like a loose connection between the flesh and the soul. Like I was there, but I wasn't there.
Can I tell you, I'm really glad you're here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And
it saved my life.
Yeah,
it did. It did. It saved my life. But what was weird to me is those people I got high with, I'd known them people for years. Hustled with them, ran the streets with them. Kind of considered them friends. Some of them friends, some of them acquaintances. Right? But when I woke up, not one person in there was like, oh, thank God he's alive. Everybody unanimously around the room was like, bro, you owe us $30. Because when you coded out, you dropped all the fent on the floor. You owe us money. So I was like, I woke up upset. You know what I'm saying? I was pissed. I was like, really? Like, I almost just died, and y'all are worried about $30 freaking. And it just goes to show you, like,
Narcan will tell you who your friends are.
yeah, Narcan will tell you who your friends are. Exactly. You know what I mean? So, I consider that day my first day of stepping into recovery. Unfortunately, I didn't get sober that day, but that was the first day. The notion of sobriety
They gave you a
kicked
step
in.
towards your next direction.
Okay, I need to start changing some things, right? I need to start moving in a different direction. I need to get away from some toxic people, you know, and start trying to fix things. So I use that as that was 4 years ago. That was in 2021. And I use that as my recovery date, you know, because that was.
And people see somebody get Narcan brought back, and then they went right back to it. But you're telling me, you know, that person could be thinking, hey, these are my first steps, you know, even though it doesn't look like they've gotten off drugs, they're starting to think a different way.
Right.
They're rewiring their brain. I mean, that matters. And people don't see that on the outside.
No.
That's an internal thing.
Right.
So the judging's got to stop.
And so now when I'm working with people, I always try to reinforce that notion, right, that all things start with an idea, right? Before I can pick a direction, before I can make a decision, it all starts with a thought, right? So that's why I use that as my recovery date, because it started with that thought, that notion. And then when people started stepping into my life, because I started moving with that idea, here, let's go this way for a little bit. Like at first I went into Oxford Living and didn't work out for me very well. I was there for 2-3 months. I had a lot. So after my fentanyl overdose, I had liver failure twice, trying to withdraw off of heroin and fentanyl. My body shut down twice. I had a bunch of internal bleeding. I got real bloated. It was yellow. I was like real jaundice. But I had to be hospitalized twice for complete liver failure. So it was a rough road, right? I couldn't take care of myself. My mom had to come home, and she literally had to cook my meals, help me bathe, do things for me. I couldn't hardly get out of bed and this lasted for almost a year solid, give or take. I went into treatment at another Chance house, and they had me on 24-hour watch for the first 3-4 months I was there. I had to have somebody watching me at all times to make sure I didn't stop breathing. That's how bad my withdrawal symptoms were. So it was a long road. It wasn't your typical 9-12 day withdrawal like everybody made it sound, right? Mine lasted a year. It was a year of absolute misery and deterioration. And I remember sitting there to myself, thinking to myself, like, why did I get sober for this?
Well, it's not just physical, it's psychological.
It's the psychological part is almost worse than the physical part.
For sure.
The physical part sucked, but like the psychological part
the psychological
really
part's the part that lasts.
You know, and so I'm huge on healing, and this provided me that opportunity to heal. So I'm very grateful for it, you know, today. And just about, I have some at home, I have some here. Like me and my wife both carried in the car, you know, so, and whoever needs it, I try to give it to them. I think I'm about out at the moment. I think we gave away our last 2 or 3 a week ago.
We're going to hook you up.
Yeah, hook me up, hook me up. So we don't quite have an itinerary, but there's going to be food trucks. We're going to have some public speakers.
Me.
Yeah.
And you.
Yeah, and I'm going to be speaking as well, you know, so everybody's going to get to hear a little bit of my my testimony, I guess, which I don't really go around and I tell to a whole lot of people. You know, because the
hard part's going to be capping you off at 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, you got to get that long cane thing, you know, and just get them off.
The gong.
Yeah, just get them off. You know, throw tomatoes, you know, those kind of things. Boo.
It'll be good. It'll be fun. Come for just for that.
Yeah, just for that part. You know, food fight. So yeah, then we're gonna do some education. Are we gonna have a tent set up for that, or?
I'm hoping to do that. Yes, we're right now. We're still kind of. This was did not start a long time ago. This kind of started forming.
2 weeks in the making.
Yeah, a little bit longer, but yeah. We're also going to do Chalk the Walk. I'm going to have some artists and stuff doing the sidewalks with chalk, and we encourage anybody who has a heart to express themselves in art that way, or somebody they want to memorialize, that they come be a part of that and do the chalk on the walk.
Okay. And
I can't wait to see that. I think it's going to be really touching and awesome.
what is the ceremony at the end going to be about? Like I know we talked about doing a ceremony at the end.
We are going to we are trying to get it set up now where you can send in names of people that you've lost. We're going to do a moment of silence and read their names because that's really why we're there, and to honor them. And my thing is fight like hell for the living and honor the dead. You know, we're gonna.
That's an
do
awesome
both of
motto.
those things.
I like that.
It's actually backwards. Our T-shirts say honor the dead, fight like hell for the living.
So how can people find you to contact you about this?
We're on Facebook. We have a business page and we have a participation group page. It's the Amarillo Narcan Lady or Texas Panhandle Overdose Awareness. We also have a website. We're going to get a QR code up so you can send in your loved ones, their pictures. We want to see them. We want to hear their names. They're important to us. You know, they're still relevant, and we want to help you.
And so
honor them.
And we're also looking for vendors, correct?
Yes.
So how can they reach you?
They can the Facebook page. I mean,
the
I'm
Facebook
like old
page
school.
tells
Please
it all.
do it on the Facebook page.
Okay,
But yeah,
gotcha.
but there is a place where you can contact me as well. My phone number. Should I give my phone number out here? Or let's not do that.
Yeah,
I
let's
guess.
probably not do that.
Okay.
You get
They're
some-
on my cards, but yeah. Facebook. Let's do Facebook.
Let's do
Everybody has
Facebook.
Facebook. I keep trying to get off of Facebook because you know it's like a time suck, but I'm always sucked right back in.
Well, I think what's going to be really cool about this event, it's a community collaboration event, you know? So
Yes.
it's like the more we can get people involved, the more people we can come out, the more rememberable it'll be, right?
Yes, and I'm hoping it'll grow over the years. The one in Denton's pretty awesome. It's you know it's not a huge shindig, but their mayor lights their downtown square up purple in honor because that's the overdose awareness color.
Right.
And I don't know that we'll ever get there, but I do want us to.
Goals.
It is goals.
Goals.
For sure. Yeah.
Was there anything else you would like them to know about this event, your organization, or anything that maybe you think that the community of Amarillo could do to help support you in your mission?
I really don't know the answer to that, but I will say that people do need to understand that their family is not immune. You know, I hear a lot that I don't need that doesn't happen, we don't do that. A lot of us parents who have gotten together to who, you know, I carry posters with me when I go into events and stuff, and I represent these parents' kids. None of these parents thought it was going to happen to them, or that, you know, you're not immune to it, and it can happen in your family. You need to be equipped and prepared. Don't be left unprepared, you know. And that's one thing I do want to say.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah,
I really
thanks for having
appreciate
me
it.
again.
Yeah, awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like that's part of the Better Days Rain mission is community collaboration. You know, if I can't accomplish anything on my own. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can, but it takes a community to promote a change, to really bring hope to those who are hopeless. And that's one of our big missions. So I'm glad to work with you whenever I can.
I do want to say something about this community. I was really kind of scared when I started this because people do say that. And I just mentioned that people say that. But the way the community has gotten together and really shown out and accepted what we're doing, this mission, I'm so impressed with it.
No.
I love this community. I haven't always been able to say that, but I do say that now because people have really just wanted to be involved and asking if they can help. And it just really warms my cold little heart that people have been so willing to welcome us. And so, yeah, I love this community. Y'all all come out.
Yep. So y'all heard it. August 23rd from 5 p.m. to 9
Do not come
p.m.
at 5 a.m.
Yeah, don't come at 5 a.m. Nobody's going to be there. But we will be out there August 23rd from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Sam Houston Park in Amarillo, Texas for the Texas Panhandle Overdose Awareness Day. Y'all come out, have some food, have some fun. We'll fellowship. We'll have a great time. There's some good speakers, some loud music, and some dancing. And we're all just going to enjoy the day. And again, just promote community togetherness and this war against overdose. Thank you. Shawn Daniell, we're out.
Thank you.